आजा फिर।
शॉट है। अगला अगला। पहला बॉल वाइड किया, अगली बॉल के लिए दौड़े बैट्समैन मम्मी। बहुत ही उम्दा बॉल किया, देखा जाएगा सिंगल होगी या डबल की कॉल, लेकिन सिंगल ही है। दूसरे बॉल के लिए दौड़े, अंपायर को क्रॉस किया बैट्समैन फैसल, और ये बहुत ही उम्दा शॉट और 6 रन। अपने कोटे का तीसरा बॉल करेंगे, फेस करेंगे फैसल, और ये सिंगल। अपने कोटे का चौथा बॉल करेंगे, अंपायर को क्रॉस किया फेस मोमी, और ये बहुत ही उम्दा बॉल, देखा जाएगा क्या सिंगल डबल, लेकिन सिंगल आउट।
उधर तो रिहा करो फैसल भाई, विकेट रैंक पे छड़ी दी है।
मुजम्मिल 11 से हमें टारगेट मिला है 35 का, 36 करना है 4 ओवर में। फरहान स्ट्राइकर है बैटिंग पे, और उसके साथ है शहबाज। बॉल हो गया पहला, 1 बॉल 1 रन। नंबर 3, चलो चलो चलो, ओए होए होए होए, हैंड लेंथ पे बॉल करा रहे हैं भाई। अभी तक एक भी बाउंड्री नहीं आई है, पहला ओवर चल रहा है ये, और देखते हैं जिस बॉल पे क्या होता है। और इस बॉल पे भी 2 हो गया, बाहर चली गई, 2 हो गया। नेक्स्ट बॉल, बाउंड्री रिक्वायर्ड है। ओ 1 अप बॉल जी, और ये बॉल भी डॉट हो गया। ओ चलो चलो, बस खड़ा रहे। लास्ट बॉल है जी, बाउंड्री रिक्वायर्ड है। ओ चलो चलो चलो, डॉट हो गया। नेक्स्ट बॉल जी, पहला बॉल आएगा भी, और बॉल नंबर 2 आएगा जी, और शॉट।
यस 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 यस।
हो चुके हैं जी, तीसरा बॉल आएगा। ओ 1 अप कॉल हो गई है। बस चौथा बॉल फेस करेंगे। अच्छा बॉल, अच्छी लाइन लेंथ के साथ, पेस के साथ बॉल कर रहे हैं, वाइट हो गया। नेक्स्ट बॉल, चौथा बॉल आएगा। ओए अच्छा बॉल, हाइट पे बॉल, बॉल डॉट हुआ है ये। अच्छी पेस के साथ, लाइन लेंथ के साथ बॉल की जा रही है। रूम नहीं दिया जा रहा ज़्यादा बैट्समैन को खेलने के लिए। 5 बॉल हो चुकी हुई हैं, लास्ट बॉल है सवर का, देखते हैं जी। और फिर ग्राउंड शॉट, ओवर। कितना स्कोर आया इसमें? लास्ट बॉल है, लास्ट बॉल, स्कोर 3 स्कोर आया अभी इसमें, बाउंड्री चाहिए। और 6, शाबाश, बहुत आला। 2 में 20 को रह गया। अच्छा ओवर कराया भाई ने, अच्छी लाइन लेंथ के साथ। और चलो, ओए डॉट हो गया बॉल डॉट हो गया। बॉल नंबर 2 आएगा अभी, और 6, शाबाश। नेक्स्ट बॉल जी, बॉल नंबर 3। ओए विकेट ही तोड़ दिया है भाई ने। बहुत आला बॉल यार, बहुत आला।
3 बॉलें हो चुकी हैं जी, 6 लगा भाई को, तीसरा ओवर।
brought up his 30th Test century, Kerry Michael. Initially in commentary, I thought he hadn't realised that the ball had gone to the rope. But talking this morning, Virat thought he was on 99, so at that point, he thought he was on 95, he thought he was actually only on 99. And I've also been told maybe his scoreboard was a run behind at the ground, so he wasn't celebrating because he thought he was on 99.
What the percentage of players who count their score privately in their head could be.
Well, I can tell you one player that used to.
Sadiq Mohammed is one.
Jeffrey Boycott's too.
Really?
The outside edge runs away for a couple for Smith. Well, he said he was so focused on the declaration and what was going on.
Wow.
But he wasn't aware.
Well, it was a great moment, wasn't it? There was a tremendous amount of support for India late in the day yesterday. The noise was electric. And then he realised that, there he goes, just asking the umpire, I better celebrate.
All the critics said I couldn't get another Test 100. Oh, come on. What a player he's been.
The support there in the stands.
Nicely played by Smith. Times it through mid-wicket. And again, a couple. Commentary nightmare, to be honest, Skull, because you're halfway through pumping him up and all of a sudden you have a moment thinking, uh-oh, have I gone too early?
No.
It was a special moment. It was a great day for India.
I'm not sure they will have had too many better days on tour in Australia in their history. Obviously what happened at the Gabba, but it was just dominant. When Marnus was bowling around the wicket and being called for illegal deliveries. That hurt.
Popular position this morning.
Can't steal this padding there, son.
Come on, Steve, there's padding there, son. I don't think he was talking about a thigh guard or a chest protector either, Skull. Just quietly, 4 for 33. A great deal of love from his teammate,
No.
Nick Carey.
I tell you what doesn't get a lot of love. The fruit platter that we have at Fox Sports. There's pineapple, rock melon, watermelon, strawberries, grapes, and honeydew. Every time I walk past at the end, there's 15 slices of honeydew. I just eat it to make it feel good. It's absolute crap. It's bland. It's got nothing. And everybody ignores it. It's like the first loaf, the first piece of bread. in a loaf. Everybody, me at a nightclub. You just stand there. I'm honeydew.
A little inside edge hello to all the honeydew producers out there. There you go.
Look at the honeydew.
Well, there it is, Skull.
There we go.
Have a little piece.
Just to make it feel better.
Well, it is your 75th birthday today, Skull.
It
so
is.
Happy birthday.
Happy
to you,
birthday,
Skull.
Kerry.
And we give you a couple of bits of rotten honeydew to celebrate. There you go.
Thanks for remembering. I've been 75 for hours. Who gave you the tip, brother? Thanks for that. 75. It's just a number.
Well batted.
Thank you. 75 red.
You got at least 110 in the Skull.
100 red.
Yeah, easy.
Just keep digging in there, Kez.
I'm going to do it through honeydew because nobody else eats it. Just a woman's going to be a problem for everybody throughout the series.
So is it going to
with the pink ball after 8:30?
It's going to be a problem if you keep eating that honeydew with your microphone on as well. I can assure you, Skull.
It's so bland I didn't know it was in my mouth.
Turn your microphone off for a start. Head to Boomerang.
Can the honeydew inspire Australia to get something out of this game?
Yeah.
And they just find a number for Steve Smith, Travis Head, Mitchell Marsh, Alex Carey to go to that second game. I think for Australia, I think the number 4, Steve Smith, they can see a nice number by his name in this last innings.
Nicely driven. You've got a hand on it to prevent it racing away to the rope. And the other fielder out there lost it. And as a result, it did get to the rope. First boundary of the day.
Jeez, the outfield's been slow this week. That was crunched. Tremendous drive. I like the way he's getting his weight back into the ball. Saw him in the first and he was a little bit back. He was done by a decent one, but he's right back in his crease. Look at that, the transfer of weight. Real commitment from Travis Head. That's when he's playing at his best.
Zverev scored off any width, but we've had to defend so much in the channel. Slight width and they've got runs.
Slightly shorter today as well. India maybe trying to target some of those cracks that we saw this morning when we had a walk across there, Michael. Short, and he attempted the Jaiswal, the late flick. Survives just 4 for 37.
Travis Head's going to have to face another one, just overstepping the Indian captain. You're right, Harry, they're just trying to whack a length, aren't they? Just running up, trying to whack those cracks, hope for one to scoot along the deck. I always look at Jasper Gunn, he's a world-class performer, but that slower ball that he bowls, that cutter, such a dangerous delivery, particularly on a last innings. A little bit of grabbing the surface.
For 38. It was a long time ago that India were out for 150 and Australia were on top, then knocked over 104. 6 for 487. Yashasvi Jaiswal, remember the name, 161. Virat Kohli, a cool 100, even not out in Australia in all sorts. 3 for last night, and they've lost Usman Khawaja early on today, pulling and caught behind of Siraj by Rishabh Pant.
Changed the field, Jasprit Bumrah to Steve Smith, brought another on the onside, so he's got a mid on, a straight mid wicket. And he's got square leg behind square. And just target the stumps. Just hope for one of those balls to roll along the deck.
You're on the money, I think, Forney. Harshit Rana really is just trying to bowl as straight as he can. He's waiting for something to happen. He's not a great mover of the ball, either through the air or off the pitch, but he has a very mechanical action, has a good Yorker and a straight bouncer. At the moment, he's just bowling back of the length, waiting for one to stay down.
Smashed by Travis Head. Fielder just saw it sail past him.
He's showing some really good commitment here, Travis Head. He looks like he's arrived with a good mindset, and the team is so far behind the game. So much time left in the game. You've got to find a way of putting the bowlers under a bit of pressure. And so far, every time he's had an opportunity to score, he's really committed to the stroke. Short cover point, jumping out of the way.
Travis Head back in 2018. It was this end he was batting. Kerry twice caught at third man. Slashing. They've put a fielder there, but much closer. All beaten by an absolute beauty from Rana.
Less treacherous than that day, Howie, I think. That was, when you see anything, try and hit for 4 before it hits you. There's a bit of chat going on between the pair. Harshit Rana gets involved in the contest. Well done, him.
Positive frame of mind, Travis Head. Hip to the leg side for a couple.
Yeah, I just think it's such an important day for Australia. You know, they have to find runs. They have to find a couple of their players, if not 2 or 3, to go to the next test, the Adelaide test, the pink ball test, with a little bit of confidence. They can't afford to be blown away. Look at that bat speed. Bat speed 66 Ks. Ball speed out 124 Ks.
Good battle, 4:45. Just have a look at the bowlers' run-ups there. We've heard throughout the Test match, Michael, about trying to put kilometres into the legs of the fast bowls across a 5-test series. And the length of Bumrah's run-up, when you compare it to the other fast bowlers, there's so much more energy conservation for it. Look right, just above Steve Smith there, the S. There's bowlers marked back here.
That's Josh Hazelwood, is it? No idea who's running all that way, but it's a long way. Bit of spin. Yeah, it's good to identify the runners, but 21 no balls this Test match. It's the most since 2015 in Test matches here in Australia. So might put a bit of paint down, Kerry. Just need to put it back a bit further. There's a picture yesterday morning when Marnus Labuschagne, he had the bucket and the paint out. He was marking his one up at both ends.
Full medium and leg spin.
Didn't see it for the leg spin. .4 strides. Marnus's run up.
Did he tell you that?
He did.
Did you tell him he clocked 135?
I did.
Well, I think from the Australian point of view, it's best if Marnus doesn't bowl again in the series. I just think that there's an erraticism that's translating into his batting. The fact he's bowling bumpers and leg spin. He's cluttered. Unclutter him. Nathan McSweeney's a reasonable off-spin bowler part-time. Travis Head is. I don't see why Marnus Labuschagne has to be muscle. And then suddenly Virat Kohli's in the 80s and 90s bowling leg breaks to it. No, it's not working. Change of strategy, please.
Well, it might be that he's just trying to find a way of getting into the game. Not scoring so many runs, you try and contribute for your team, and that's Marnus's way of maybe trying to contribute. There's plenty there for the off-spinner. You can just see that patch outside the right-handers off-stump. We saw Nathan Lyon yesterday bowled a beauty to Virat Kohli. That's the patch. You just see there outside the off-stump. 4 metres down. Perfect zone for the off-spinner.
Watch Washington Sundar against New Zealand. He bowled really well to the left-handers, so this will be a good matchup when Travis Head gets on strike. He's looking to hit that rough there. Got a big spinner of the ball, but bounces it.
Single from the over. 46.
This is the flying fox in action. Good foot movement by Steve Smith. Good defence. Just trying to clip that rough mark. One just misses the rough and went straight on. That's a danger ball. The outside edge could be found. Then he works with the spin to get off strike. And you've got a patch as an off spinner. You can just try and aim into it. And the danger ball sometimes can be the one that misses that patch. And the outside edge is found. Let's look at the Indian squad. The names that aren't playing: Ravi Ashwin, Jadeja, Shami, Sharma, Gill.
Oh, gee, that looks close. Looks really close. I think there'll be a review coming here. Rana was extremely confident. It kept low. Smith's indicating leg side. That's his only hope.
Oh, this is a tight one. It really is.
piece of umpiring, the angle didn't work out for Rana.
It's a really good decision out in the middle. Excellent umpiring. India lose a review.
The disturbing aspect of this is how little footwork was involved from Steve Smith. We saw Jaiswal, Rahul and Kohli yesterday. Their feet were tremendous, and there's Steve Smith squaring up again with both feet facing the bowler. And there's up and down on the pitch. It's a worrying sign. And he responded with the perfect follow-up delivery, did Harshit Rana. This is good cricket from the Indians.
Looks like he's bowling a heavy ball, 137 kilometres an hour, but he's whacking the pitch. Just trying to whack the cracks.
See, there's no commitment either way, and the right shoulder is coming round. It's exactly the position he was caught in the first innings, and you're aware of that. They've got that ball, as Harshit Rana got that ball. This is a tremendous battle, isn't it? They think that's the floor on a fourth-day pitch with a bit of up and down, and just Harshit Rana is nailing it on middle and leg.
Yeah, he played that last ball beautifully, but it was just a little bit fuller. I think it's that back of a length where your natural instincts as a batter is just to hang back, and then it scoots a bit low. And now the ball's at a trap in the right-handers.
Every ball is asking a question of the Australian champion. He doesn't bowl many release balls, Harshit Rana, when he's on song. This has been very impressive from him.
Well, they've had two good debutants, haven't they? This is Kumar Reddy. Excellent with the bat in both innings. And Harshit Rana, he got 3 for in the first innings, and he's now looking very dangerous in the second.
Selection they've got coming up, tourists.
You wouldn't mind having it, Howie.
It's a good problem to have. Targets the pads, and Smith's up to the challenge. They stick to one. Man backward square, about 10 from the rope, and a fine leg in position for Rana to Travis Head. Short mid-wicket awaits as well. Squeezes away for a single. Travis Head moves to 20, Australia 4 for 48. Up next you'll hear from Harsha Bogle, Alan Border, and this man Brett Lee, but before that it's time for a drink.
Australia just hanging in there by the skin of their teeth almost, but they're still there, especially Steve Smith, so crucial to this game. He's on 13. Travis Head has been such an ache for India over the last couple of years. He's around too, but there's something hurting Steve Smith too, as you saw there. It was a session that was pretty much India's, though, wasn't it? Given that they got their wicket early, this one.
Yes, good morning all. It's that's a big wicket that from Khawaja. You've seen some variable bounce. I think all in all it's been a pretty good hour of play. India have bowled well, they've bowled tight. Australia are trying to find a way to get through this newish ball. And Stephen Smith caught one on the Toyota badge.
Right, stern, I reckon. Just a nasty winding. But apart from that, he's survived a couple of close shouts, you'd have to say, but he's done a pretty good job to survive, and this little partnership so crucial. Just for the mentality of the Australians going into the next game. Really important that you know, a few of the guys really sort of make it very difficult for the Indians to get them out and make a score.
Maybe you batted a lot on surfaces like these. How do you keep that crack out of your mind, or how do you keep the variable bounce off your mind? What's your mindset when you're playing on a track that's getting more and more difficult to bat?
Well, yeah, my mindset is just make myself hard to get out, right? So I'm leaving the balls go, I'm making them bowl to me as much as I possibly can, and then you've got to take the ball that misbehaves. I mean, if it gets you out, what can you do about it? So be it. You've got to have that sort of attitude. As long as I don't play a stupid shot, I'd be comfortable if they bowl me out, fair enough. And something hits a crack and does something awkward, then that dismisses you. So that's just part of the game. But you've got to just get it out of your mind and just bat every ball. Every ball is a new contest, sort of thing.
It's an interesting, it's a very positive thought. And I think Australia's batters need to have that positive thought too. I think Travis Head is just full of positivity anyway.
Yes.
But the key is Steve Smith at the other end.
It's really interesting that for Travis Head, they've got a man on the boundary, and for Steve Smith, long on and long off, with a 500-run lead.
Now it's not going down well with you, I can see.
Well, I'm just thinking, don't you want him to try?
Yeah,
Lead over the top?
I'm with you.
I get it.
What are the chances that Steve Smith will dance down to Washington Sundar and try and hit it for a 6 over long gone with a full there?
Well, next to nothing, but I want to back what AB said. If you bring him up, entice him to go down, maybe get a stumping, come into play, a top edge.
Now we've got a fourth dead pitch, a bit of variable bounce. The odd ball might turn today.
Well, it should, because Washington Sundar would have seen what Nathan Lyon did late yesterday, when the ball just started to turn, not just keep low, but also started to turn a fair bit. He's a different bowler from Nathan Lyon. I think Lyon probably rips it a little bit more.
It's like having a field and you've only got 150, 200 to work with, and you've got Australia in a lot of trouble. 450, chasing 200, fair enough. But you've got so many runs in front. I would be encouraging Travis Head and Steve Smith to try or think about going the aerial over the top, and I'd let him do it a few times.
So, runners bowled extremely straight to Stephen Smith, and you see the length of the line. Everything's on the stumps. I think it's where you have to be on this wicket. I've just been handed a study from Loz. This test, the seamers only, India have bowled 48 balls that would go on to hit the stumps, and there's 3 or 4 of them there. Out of those 48 balls, they've taken 7 for 14, 5 LBs and 1 bowl. And on the flip side, Australia, they've hit 67 balls. They've hit more to hit the stumps, but they've only taken 1 for 46, 1 LBW. So India, when they bowl straight, pretty much 1 in 7 balls that they bowl straight, they get a wicket.
I mean, I can understand the 67. They bowled more balls than India, so they probably have been bowling more balls that hit the stumps. I'm trying to find a reason for that. Rana starts new over.
Well, you can look at it 2 ways. India bowling at the stumps, taking 7 for 14. Does that reflect badly on Australia's batting? They can't keep it out.
Yeah, it's the technique. You'd have to say the Indians showed better technique, whereas Australians are moving around at the crease, or just getting themselves in awkward positions. So if you're bowling at the stump to stump, and the ball just moves a little bit, then you get your opportunities. And yeah, it's a technique thing.
Can I throw the two of you a question that might seem almost blasphemous, given what a great player Steve Smith has been over the years for Australia? With his mannerisms, does he sometimes give you the impression that
हमारे पैनल पे मौजूद पाकिस्तान की टीम है आपके लिए बेशुमार Vivo V40 सीरीज
Zeiss portrait so pro
इसीलिए इंश्योरेंस कहते हैं सिर्फ जुबली लाइफ चाहते हैं इसीलिए इंश्योरेंस सिर्फ जुबली लाइफ
Potentially, but my thoughts on Stephen Smith is that he's very busy. He does 22 touches with his pads before he faces up. Once he's just when the ball's let go, he's very still, and that's the difference.
He's a fidgeter. Yeah, he's a fidgeter. He's just it's just the way he plays. When you're looking on, it's sort of a waste of energy. All the energy he puts into just facing up to each delivery.
See his head there, so still, watching the ball very closely. And I think because he will go down with the ball, or he'll sort of go forward, or sort of almost embellish the style of play. That's just the way he plays, and that's why he's been. You take it with Stephen Smith.
He's one of the greats, period. But I think it's so important from Australia's point of view, irrespective of this result, that Smith is in there. Maybe you at least get 100, because it would impact the way they play the rest of the series. I mean, yesterday Australia would have seen the effect that Virat Kohli's 100 and the celebration would have had on the Indian change room. We'll talk about that celebration a little bit when we get time. I'd like to think even if they lose the game, if Smith is doing a celebration for 100, it'll lift that dressing room for the rest of the series.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Through the offside. I don't think it's got enough to reach the boundary. They'll stay with 2. They're content with 2.
It's a good point you raised there, Harsha, because regardless of Australia still trail by 481, it's a mammoth total to get. So I just think with this test match now, Stephen Smith a good chance to get some time at the crease. He's back in his normal position. Travis Head's been in good form. And Smudgy, as they call him, go on to get a big 100 here. That'll do him a world of good, not only for this test match, but for the confidence of the next 4.
And conversely, very important for India that they keep Smith down to a lowish score. Four for 52, Australia. Just 19 overs into this innings. We've seen a little bit of spin. It's not done too much. 9,670 runs. Who's above him? Steve Waugh and then Ricky Ponting with an A border in between. Tell me, how does it feel, AB, when you look at all these magnificent numbers and you see your name come up there?
Well, look, I had a good career. You make yourself consistent. That was my how I'd answer that. I worked on consistency. I think I played within myself a lot of times, just situations of the game. You play a certain way.
Washington Sundar. It's called for 2, and it should be pretty easy. Is that sort of warm the cockles of your heart when you see there's a trophy named after you? You see all these big numbers that keep coming up. It must.
Oh, look, yeah, look, the trophy is a very special thing. I mean, I think it's grown in stature, so that's a pleasing thing from my point of view. It's a great honour to be associated with Sonny and playing for that perpetual trophy. Your name's on it, but it's just, I think the players have really got into it. I mean, the Australia-India rivalry now is just phenomenal.
In your typically modest style, Abby, you're going away from what I actually was after. It must be great.
Look, it does. It's hard to explain. It's sort of, oh, what a good shot that was. Swept firmly behind square. He was a fielder down there, but he had no chance.
No, we're talking so much about Steve Smith. What about this man? How often has he been a thorn in India's flesh? Travis Head.
Well, he's aggressive, isn't he? And that's the greatest thing about Travis Head. He backs himself. Full, powerful, uninhibited swing. And from my point of view, it's a pleasure to share the Fox box with the great man AB.
I'll tell you what else he did. The AB and the generation after him, they came to India and they didn't whinge, they didn't whine. They said, this is what it is. We're touring another country. Let's embrace the country. And they played tough, hard cricket. There might have been other touring sides in the days gone by that would come to India with their complaints ready, with the excuses ready. AB's Australian teams came to India. They were hard and they were tough and they didn't whinge. And funnily, even though they played such good cricket, for a generation like ours that was growing up, we actually felt good that you're not coming with pre-written complaints about the country that you're traveling to. And you went to Chennai. I mean, Chennai was such a big thing in your career with the tight test and then winning that first game in the World Cup.
Yes. Yeah, well, Chennai, Madras. Was our first experience, my first experience with India was Chennai. Back in 79.
79 when we became a Graham Yallop side.
Yes.
Yeah.
And was it Kim Hughes by then? But yeah, and just from those days, you just sort of learn to appreciate the country that India is. I mean, my son's been over a few times, and he makes me go out there when we go to some amazing places.
Yeah, good on you. It's a good partnership, this, and it's starting to look a little better too as we go along.
Well, his first test, AB got 160 and 50. His first test.
In India?
I like the way you look at me and go, really?
No,
shot.
Good shot, yes.
Save your legs for that one. That will not come back.
Tell you what, on another outfield that might have got there even a few seconds earlier. But he's starting to open up now, and that's when Travis Head is at his best.
Yeah, a little counter punch here from Australia. Travis Head, almost old school, the way he thinks. The balls that he hit, you hit it. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it. Rana there, who I've been super impressed with this test match. Just straight a little bit too wide.
Oh, bounce.
Here's Travis Head saying, oh, bounce.
He's almost doing commentary on his own batting. Yeah, we've had a few of those players over the years. But just to connect to what AB's saying and to the present, he's looking for the uppercut, I thought, but didn't bounce as much as he would have liked to.
Oh, bounce!
Not much you can say. I missed it. Oh, wow, I'm still here.
I don't think AB was saying well bowled to an opposition. No chance. Nice shot. This time beats the fielder to his left. This may not get there. Surely they're looking at 3. No, they don't eventually. It's David Tunick, which is a good athlete, but the ball was slowing up nonetheless.
Yeah, Runner just coming around the wicket and just lost his line. One that went for 4, and then just his length from that previous delivery. Really getting or searching for a wicket. Little partnership starting to build here. 48 for the Aussies.
And they're getting close to that point where they're through the hardness of the ball.
Into the 21st over now.
Oh.
A bit lucky on that occasion. Because while he might have been looking for the bounce on the earlier ball to play the uppercut, this time it grew very big on him.
That's a leaning jowl if I've ever seen one.
Maybe I spoke too soon, but I mean, the ball is only 20 overs. Oh, so it's still got that hardness, and the odd delivery is going to misbehave. But as it gets softer, you'll see the misbehaving delivery less.
That run partnership. That's what he does do. He bowls a heavy ball, Rana. He's tall and he's strong. And that one you can see at the crease with the size of his shoulders. That was the effort ball.
Prasidh Krishna and over Akash Deep. They bowled well in the first innings, picked up 3. It's called for 2 straight away, and there's a wide open gap there, so 2's easy. Now you can see he's just starting to think more positively as well. He's starting to think runs, not just survival. And he's gone up to 35. Decent time on the surface, 50 balls.
Oh, 9 off this over, in fact, now with that no ball.
Tight.
Yeah, nobody would miss otherwise, won't you?
Normally the umpire on the field back in the day would have probably given that to the bowler.
Back in which day though, Brett? You're not that old.
When he first started, that would not have been a no ball.
I first saw Brett just before he made his test debut, and we didn't have much to do. We were sitting and chatting around, but I was watching that game from mid-wicket. And it's very different watching a game from mid-wicket because you realize how quick the ball really is.
Yes.
And I saw this good-looking blonde athlete running in, and the next thing I knew was that the ball was in the keeper's gloves, and I said, what did it do in between? young blood, Brett Lee.
I know that batting going out to the middle, it's always bad watching side on because it looks a lot quicker.
Yes, the Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, nightmare.
When someone was bowling quick, like one of the West Indian fellas, keeper's a long way back.
Just for a while, Slip thought it nudged something, it didn't. Rana finishes that over at 70 for 4, Smith 16, had 37. It's only a small passage of play, but they're looking better. Rana's bowled 6 overs for 27. His economy rate was a little higher in the first innings too.
If these two can get to the 40 over mark, I think it's going to, the pitch will really be good to play the bat on it. Really good.
So you're playing overs now. You're taking the scoreboard out of the picture. You're just playing overs now.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about scoreboard. If you get through that new ball, that's the main thing, because that's been the most difficult time on this pitch, hasn't it? The new ball.
Yeah.
For about 30 overs. I don't know how many overs we lasted the first innings, but the new ball did all the damage, and a bit like last night, the ball was nipping around a bit. Very difficult last night, about half an hour.
Yeah, just over 50 overs, 51.2 in fact for 104.
Yeah, so and we saw the tail wag a little bit because it became a little easier.
I'm a little surprised Bumrah's not bowled that much this morning. Would you have expected him to have a sort of 6-7 over spell straight up front?
Yeah, 2.4 overs to complete the over from last night.
And then he got 3 more.
I wouldn't mind seeing him for a burst next over. Even just 3 overs. Just 3 over burst.
Well, definitely, because we talk about this ball. Once it gets that 40 over, it's starting to get really
exactly.
Softer. And so he should be bowling while it's hard.
If he gets through, 3 overs now. It's about 40 minutes to lunch. Have a little burst here without blowing a gasket. You can go in, have some lunch, you know, jump in the ice bath or everything, come back out and do it all again. Big session after lunch for Indian bowlers.
Jump into an ice bath, see, that could be pleasant.
There's no way.
No way doing that, Avi?
I'm doing that at lunchtime. No way.
You weren't a fast bowler,
Even in
though.
Chennai, I wouldn't be doing that.
You weren't a fast bowler, though.
No.
Though AB did win a test match for Australia with the ball, if you remember, Brett, up at Sydney with his
six
sort of hopping style left arm spin.
A couple of caught bowls too, from memory.
Many years later, Michael Clark did. Who was a better bowler, AB or Michael Clark?
Clarkie better action.
AB.
He's finished his 4th over at 72 for 4.
Beautiful ground.
Monday, not as many people, but it's a sight, isn't it? Green outfield, they just add so much to it. Just a few fluffy clouds in the sky today, but they're all white. Nice conditions.
Bit breezier today. I don't know how that affects out the middle. It's probably not the same as the old whacker. You know, when the breeze got up, it was hard. There's always one end someone had to bowl from.
Well, the hardest thing here is that when you walk out and you look up the flags right above the side screen around the top of the Coliseum here, it's almost opposite to what it's blowing. So if they're blowing from the west, generally at the middle, for some reason it's swirling the other way.
Are you the kind who turns at an angle depending on which way the wind is blowing to protect your hair? I thought I saw that. Good shot.
Good shot, right on time. That's 4.
Good shot for 4.
You don't have to answer that.
I was watching him go. I was watching him go, and I could see the direction of the wind. The wind is going Travis Head's way at the moment because he's opening up and batting really well now, and he's got up pretty quickly to 42, just 57 balls.
It's been fantastic. He's just sort of taken the plot. And we've sort of been thinking, well, who's going to do it? Who's going to do this? Who's going to play this type of innings? And so far.
Now down the ground, just a single. More than any other bowler, he has targeted the stumps as Siraj. He's just the kind of bowler, if there's a little up and down, he just bowls straight wicket to wicket, target the stumps, and that's not a bad thing to do today. It's never a bad thing to do, but especially on a slightly up and down surface.
Yeah, he's a great competitor, that's for sure, Mohammad Siraj. 2 for 18 in his second innings. Bowled beautifully in the first. Just chatting there to his skipper. I like that catching mid-wicket there for Stephen Smith with the ball angling in. Maybe even a little bit straighter.
That's a line. That's a really good line.
Yeah, that's that crack that's in about that 6.5, 7 metre length. Full stump line, the one that Bumrah was angling in on.
Just as a batter's got to almost pretend the crack doesn't exist. As a bowler, can you get almost too worked up by trying to hit the crack?
Well, it's hard to see the crack from 45 metres away.
I know. But, and you ran even further back. But as a bowler, you know the crack is there.
You just got to zone in on that area, just hope, to be honest.
Yeah, maintain your lines, the length. It's approximately, and then we talk about hitting handkerchiefs. I suppose that's what you're trying to do as a bowler, just keep that relentless line of length. But I suppose it's like batting. You don't really try and target the cracks per se. It's just bowling your lines and waiting.
Right, the Indian captain's here. Rohit Sharma's here. He's due to fly in yesterday. There he is with the coach. It's still for the duration of this game, Jasprit Bumrah's team though, and that's important. Once this Test match is over, back to being Rohit Sharma's team.
So Gotham Gambhir there in the foreground, and Rohit Sharma there with the hat on.
You know the word Gambhir in Hindi means serious.
Oh,
He's
look at
always
him.
serious.
He never smiles.
Fits the bill, doesn't he?
My old skipper for KKR.
There you go.
But yeah, the hitman Rohit Sharma, arguably one of the best pullers in world cricket. End of the over, 4 for 77.
Just had a second child, Rohit Sharma, and that's the reason he didn't fly out with the side. Little baby boy, wish him and Ritika well.
Baby boy, so is that one of each or two boys?
I think the first is a daughter.
Right, okay, so he'd be, yeah, very, very happy.
Luriki Lurika.
Come on now, everyone's back. Say it again.
He's got one Luriki, one Lurika.
Yes, he's got a Larka now, correct.
Girl and a boy.
Yeah, happiness in the family, and hopefully he's in a very good frame of mind as he comes out here. The footwork's looking a lot more precise too, especially against spin. I don't see spin lasting too long from that, and maybe Bumrah, as we said, gets a burst from there. We're looking half an hour before lunch.
I just like his mindset, Travis Head. He likes to put the pressure back on the bowler, and that's, yeah, you're playing on a wicket that is, yeah, there's a few cracks, a few demons in it if you bowl well, but not let the bowler settle, or he's trying to dictate the outcome. 44 or 59, looks good.
He's not going to want to turn across the right-hander, turn into the right-hander or across the left-hander.
Bit of bounce there.
Nice soft hands though from Stephen Smith.
It is so Stevens when he's got a reaction after every ball to what it did to him. So you know you don't need to do commentary when Stevens batting. He'll tell you everything anyway. That bounced a little low, that kept a little low. Yeah, that one didn't turn as much, sort of hand suggesting that.
Much better over this one. Just see where somebody's bowling to Smith. Dot balls all around those cracks, roughness.
It's 78 for 4. Smith 17 had 44. Watching closely. What's the mood in the camp? How are they feeling? Has Bumrah lifted the side with his bowling? How has Yashasvi's performance affected them? Virat Kohli's runs welcome. He needs some runs too. We're looking forward to those in Canberra before they head off to Adelaide. Mark Waugh alongside me, Michael Hussey, and shortly to be joined by Adam Gilchrist. There's a few runs there.
Yeah, thanks, Harsh. Fight back by Australia's partnership. Just steadied the ship after the early loss of Khawaja. Ball's got a bit softer. Batting all of a sudden looks a little easier for the Aussies.
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen. Good morning to all the viewers out there. Australia needed this partnership. Lost Khawaja early and we thought, oh gosh, this could be over really quickly, but Travis Head has played in his usual manner. Generally a very positive player. Steve Smith's fought hard too. Got to expect Bumrah to have another crack just before lunch, you'd think.
Yeah, he just bowled the 3 overs up front and then got a bit of a blow and a couple from Justin Langerstein in, but hasn't bowled since, so yeah, I think Siraj will get 3 or 4 out here and then maybe Bumrah will follow him up.
thing about this partnership is they've been able to chew up a bit of time. So this ball's now 24.2 overs old, so you expect it to be getting a little bit softer. Once the shine and the hardness comes out of this new ball, then it does get a lot easier for batting. We saw that yesterday.
Yeah, you don't get the up and down variance as much when the ball gets softer. Bumrah's a different level to the rest of the Indian attack, with all due respect. The other guys are very serviceable, but it looks a lot harder game when Bumrah's bowling.
There is just a little bit of that variable bounce that you were talking about, Mark, or it's just, it would have hit a crack and just gone up a little bit. And Steve Smith high on the bat, higher than he was expecting. There is just a couple of cracks just around that sort of length.
That area for the right arm over the wicket.
Just outside the right handers off stump.
He does bowl the ball, that cutting, off-cutting action, Siraj.
Out! Beautiful bowling, what a build-up. Mohammad Siraj. Relentless at Steve Smith, drew the false stroke. It was a wonderful piece of bowling and beautifully accepted by Rishabh Pant.
Yeah, it certainly was a great bit of bowling. We normally expect Siraj to come into the right-hander. That's what Steve Smith was expecting, but it just went the other way. Just straightened enough. Perfect length, so you caught on the crease. And it did enough to find the outside edge. Good catch by Rishabh Pant, going quickly to his right. That is a big, big wicket because Smith and Head were starting to look nice and safe and solid. Steve Smith's gone. He played well enough, but he would have wanted a lot more. He's out for 17. It's 5 for 79.
Just wonder if the ball before was just in the back of his mind as well. It bounced steeply and he took the bottom hand off the bat and reacted to it. And it was a good ball. It was a good line and length. He couldn't really get any weight into the ball to try and defend it. Just wonder if it was in the back of his mind.
But you're right, often in these situations it's obviously about technical skill but also about the mind, you know, putting out the last delivery, focusing on the next one. It's just straightened enough from that angle. It's straightened and it's a good catch, a really good catch by Rishabh Pant. He was expecting the ball to slide into him, it didn't, and that finds the outside edge.
Yeah, it went quickly to Rishabh Pant too.
Challenging 24 minutes for Australia's number 7 on this occasion due to the night watchman, Mitch Marsh. Dismissed in the first innings by the man with ball in hand at the moment, Mohammad Siraj. Wonderful figures. Picking up some fine work that he and Jasprit Bumrah were able to inflict on the Australians last night.
And he's a bit of a nervous starter, Mitch Marsh. Sometimes his footwork is a little bit heavy early on in his innings. He's going to have to be sharp here.
So let's have a look at the two balls. This is the ball before Steve Smith got out. You can see he took his bottom hand off the bat and he's looking down at the pitch and saying, oh, that one bounced a bit more than I was expecting. And then this is the next one. Similar area, great bowling, great line and length, and just left Steve Smith a touch. The wicket ball's on the right. Not a lot of footwork on the second ball, and I just wonder if it was just in his mind to touch, and that's all you need, just a millimetre of doubt.
There's one before which he was good enough to block on the next one. Pretty much the same line. I thought it might have straightened a tad more than that, but just a bit tentative, wasn't he?
It's funny playing in these conditions in Perth. It's quite often the cracks don't get you too many wickets, but it's being able to just put the cracks out of your mind and just playing the ball. Quite often the wickets come from the ball that doesn't actually hit a crack. It's a good piece of bowling from Siraj, though. He's been impressive again in this innings. He's picked up 3 wickets now. There's no bigger than Steve Smith.
He's well suited in these conditions because he does bang a length quite hard. And he's getting that length and line exactly right. So around the area where the cracks are, you just need to do a little bit up and down or a bit sideways. It doesn't have to do a lot.
The wicket of Steve Smith has brought an immediate change. The captain says it's time for myself to re-engage into this contest. The Langer stand end. Not the end, but he's been able to do the damage to this point of the match, but it'll be around the wicket to Travis Head. He's got a deep square leg, a deep fine leg. Deep backward point. Still a couple of catches in the slips region. A wide gully.
He's played beautifully, Travis Head. It's a big innings for him, this one. Confidence-wise, and obviously the context of the game, but he's controlled his really aggressive play. He's watched the ball well. I feel like his footwork's good. And that's what most of the Australian batsmen need to do, get some confidence out of today's innings. They can't win the game unless there's a miracle, and probably to draw the games, it's highly unlikely as well. So what else can you get out of the game? It's individual confidence and performance.
And I think that's what Mitch Marsh has to do. He's at his best when he's showing intent, gets his footwork going, give him confidence to play a few shots. Won't be easy, certainly, against Bumrah, a wearing pitch, but if he just tries to hang in there and survive in that time, I feel like he'll get out. It's got to be positive and confident.
Siraj, who picked up Mitch Marsh first innings late in the day, shadows across Perth Stadium. Nice catch, KL Rahul. Didn't play the white ball series for Australia against Pakistan leading into the test match due to the birth of his daughter. Afforded the opportunity to be there for that, and rightly so. That in mind, he hasn't played a lot of cricket. You're right, Junior. That's one objective for him, to get some time at the crease, build a little book of work to carry forward into the series.
Just watch the steep bounce on this one too. Hitting right up at the top of the blade.
I haven't really seen a lot go up, only down as the delivery that's worried the batsman. That one certainly did bounce a lot more than expecting. Just his footwork early on, Mitchell Marsh. Sometimes that front foot goes to middle stump rather than to off stump.
This is one of the hard things about facing someone like Jasper Bumrah. He's got such a high bowling action. As a right-hander, you feel like the ball's always going to come into you. No ball called in the end, but he has got this ability to have the high action that looks like it's angling into you, but still be able to take it away. So I think as a right-hander, you get drawn into playing at more balls than you actually need to against Bumrah.
It's two in this over where Mitch Marsh is really taking his eye off the ball. I mean, it has bounced, but
They get a short leg in there, don't they?
yeah, I think on the evidence so far this over, yes. I mean, they've got 450 to play with.
I think that short mid-wicket.
Yeah.
Still left to screen, comes
Definitely.
straight towards the bat. One of those that just pops off the length.
conditions this morning. A bit more challenging on the walk, Jude, around the...
It's very windy down at on the foreshore around the Swan River.
Cooler today, though.
Yeah,
Only
it was.
25 degrees.
Yeah, it's a beautiful temperature really today.
Probing over from Bumrah, 5 for 81. Travis Head came out with great intent, as he always does. India know him well. He took a World Test Championship away from them in June of last year. These are his boundaries. I'm positive he cannot afford to give him that width. Prepared to take on the spin. That's trademark Travis Head. If he doesn't see width, he'll try and create it.
He's one of those players that hits a lot of good balls for 4. You think you bowled a good ball and he races through the offside because he gives himself a bit of room.
They want to go on with it today. It's his best score since his 100 against the West Indies in Adelaide in January. It's been a long time before he's got a big score.
He made 150 in his past 18 Test innings, and that was that.
He's got a good start here, an opportunity to go on with it and make a big 100. Spend plenty of time in the middle.
Rides it over the top nicely. And it's a 50 for Travis Head. Been few and far between, as you just mentioned, but it's adding to a nice book of work for the young South Australian in his 50th Test match. It's 17 times now past 50. Good signs.
That's a very good 50. Played well. There hasn't been many chances. He had an LBW, which was given not out. An umpire's call. It was clipping leg, but apart from that, he's just pounced on anything with any sort of width.
Keep it to 2. He takes it on. Running.
I don't think I've seen a slower outfield in Australia for a long time, is what's been served up in this game. The grass is cut short, like it's absolutely beautiful. Looks like synthetic grass, but they must water it at the end of the day's play.
I like the way Travis Head's gone about his innings today. Despite the situation in the game and what trouble the team was in, he still played his way. Always strong through the offside, you can see there, 18 runs. I think that cover point region down to third man as well.
High risk policy there. High risk.
Yeah, I mean, Siraj, he gets a lot more bounce than a Bumrah. It's so dangerous trying to leave him, but Siraj has got more hope of going over the stumps.
The case over here in Perth. The first 10, 20 balls are the most difficult to get in, and Mitch Marsh is feeling it right now. His defence has been challenged. Hasn't been able to get a run on the board just yet. He's just got to find a way to get through this initial burst. It does get easier. He's really under the pump here at the moment.
On the clock here at Perth Stadium before the lunch break on day 4. The big break will be coming up. Nick Howard leading the troops. Just Discussing all things IPL. Big auction last night. More to come tonight. Don't miss any of it on Fox. 5 for 88. Travis Head was retained by his franchise, so he didn't go under the hammer last night, and it was with good reason. He was unstoppable in the IPL last year, and he's been in good touch today. Junior?
Yeah, certainly has. Big innings for Travis Head. It's not easy out there today against quality bowling, particularly Bumrah. Trademark shots through the offside in particular. Very, very strong through that point area. Backward point, any width, and it just gets hammered through the offside. He's played very nicely. Good commitment to the shot. He hasn't been half-hearted. He's seen back in form.
And it just goes to show that there are runs to be had on this pitch. Yes, it's cracking up. There's a little bit of variable bounce, but if you're prepared to do the hard yards and play your way and stick to your strengths, there's definitely runs to be had. We saw it yesterday. The Indians pummeled the Australians. Travis Head playing beautifully so far this morning.
Yeah, run hard. He's timed that beautifully. Sweeper will cut it off. He'll press to get back for a second. It's the venue he's enjoyed playing at, Travis Head. 4th 50 in 9 innings at this venue.
I just like that hard running too between the wickets. Mitch Marsh has only just got to the crease. He's looking under pressure. Get him off strike. Keep Mitch Marsh down the other end. Travis Head's been there a lot longer. It's a bit of just team play there. You know, just looking after your mate at the other end. He's going to find it hard against Bumrah.
Takes the call, falls safely. Good bit of work down on the boundary. Just for a moment, he felt like they were in the game there.
I do remember Travis Head getting caught twice at either fly slip or deep third man. It might have been against New Zealand. Work down there by Washington Sundar.
Jarrell, is it? Jarrell.
I think it was India 2018 here during
India was
first test match here. Third man, both
I remember
innings.
a couple of times. Yeah, it might have been.
Oh, what a take!
See what, he's almost winded himself there, Rishabh Pant. Maybe a bit awkwardly.
Ginger as he gets up. Desperation.
Travis Head wasn't holding back either. He's cleared the front leg. Great bit of work from Rishabh Pant.
Everyone's got their own technique, and Rishabh Pant's keeping techniques unique. Just watching, he does not go down into a crouch at all there. He knew that it was going to be a bouncer if the signal had come. Down crouched. Tough if a low edge came and you're not already down in that strong position, but that's a nice take. Chatting with him before the game today about his the injury from the car accident. Just asking if there's any ongoing maintenance. He's obviously got to keep strengthening everything around the knee and the muscles. I said any soreness, and he just said it's really important that he ices his knee now. It's a post-accident and coming back in the cricket, he's got to ice his knees up to get that recovery process happening. And I said, well, yeah, I had to ice my knees after every single day of training or playing through my career. And he said, yeah, but remember, I'm a bit younger than what you were.
I just watched him the next ball then, and he didn't go down at all either.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just that ball in what I thought was a bouncer.
A bit of interest for the Indian captain. 5 for 93.
The third spinning cobber he's got. Mitch Marsh, that was the off spinner, and they're still reluctant to put a bat pad in. He's got a good slow ball, Bumrah. It really does dip and bounce.
.20 slower than the previous delivery.
Got his brother out with an absolute beauty. The last ball before the match at the MCG.
That was cruel, watching that. That would have got anybody out there. A low, slow Yorker. Right on the boot. Not sure about that field. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men out in the deep. I know they probably want to get Mitch Marsh on strike, but still, I think you can have more of an in-out field than that.
The ozone, you can, tourist attraction here in Perth, you can go up on the roof, do the rooftop walk, and you can go on that little ledge there, bottom of screen. You can, clearly you're harnessed up and very safe, but you can just basically fall, free fall, and hang over the edge.
Oh. Have you done it?
I have.
And?
Are you still here? You still here?
Do it again?
Didn't fall.
I would do it again, yeah. Brilliant. Felt very safe. Tourist attractions here in Perth. Plenty of visitors coming in for this test match that's opening this series. I think as the series goes, we'll see more and more Indian fans, people from overseas coming to join the party. Festive season around Christmas time and New Year's test.
Now putting in a short leg at this time. Now for Mitch Marsh. Strange positions. He's behind square. A little bit deeper.
It's that area we're talking about where there is a bit of uneven bounce. A bit lower than what he's expecting, probably at the top of the stump height, so it wasn't a scuttler.
Just needs to probably try and get off strike here, Mitch Marsh. Just push one into the offside, scurry through for a quick single, get down the other end.
Had a really good summer last year, Mitch Marsh. Test matches in Australia, then 2 in New Zealand. The 7 tests average 45, which is really solid numbers. Almost a breakthrough sort of summer for him to really consolidate his spot at number 6.
Deliveries here, and you think one more over before lunch. Catch it was the call. It's good to see Mitchell Marsh get off the mark. It's taken him 16 deliveries. Rest easy at the non-strikers end now.
Wasn't in control of that shot though, Mitch Marsh. Doesn't look comfortable at the crease just yet. Thick outside edge. It was uppish for a while. Sigh of relief, he's off the mark.
So they've got a bit of a leg gully now for Travis Head, which I think is a good position.
And 2 out, so if he tries to go for wealth.
3 out,
4 out.
Then a couple on the offside.
A couple on the offside, scattered everywhere. Real effort here from Mohamed Siraj. Can he get his fourth into lunch?
Yeah, I like this attack too. Travis Head, he can't really give himself room and slash it through the offside because there's a third man and a wide backward point that's deep. Also got the hook shot covered, but also that leg gully just puts a bit of doubt in his mind as well. Expecting a real bumper barrage here.
Helps around the corner. Profits with a boundary. We'll see Australia past 100. A loss of 5 wickets. One more over now until the lunch break. Travis Head and Mitchell Marsh be desperate to get through. Any further damage. Big break coming up, and talk about the IPL. Also believe that, oh geez, running repairs there. Kerry O'Keefe. Believe they're going to discuss Mike Hussey and Mark Moore, the top 3 West Australian cricketers.
Well, you two boys have got to be in the record.
Well, I think I'm ineligible, I believe.
Yeah, okay, yes. So born and bred.
Well, I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out.
What are you, Gilly? You count yourself as a West Australian or a New South Wales?
That's the history shows. I was born in New South Wales and reside here.
So you didn't answer the question.
No. I think I'm making
about
you
to find out.
making you ineligible. I'm going to make the decision. You're eligible, yeah.
Rule me out. Well, you did question.
Yeah.
Didn't you, very early once I started doing well for WA? You asked me, was I trying for New South Wales?
Well, you played state cricket for New South Wales, so you're ineligible.
Clearly not very well in your eyes.
Well, you went across to the west. Hussey, Mike is definitely eligible.
Yes.
Born and bred.
Born and bred West
Yeah,
Australian.
I've got you.
Sure, he'll feature in
DK Lee.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of good players over the years.
Decent one on strike now, fighting for survival.
Be a pretty strong field, that.
Yeah.
3 West Australian cricketers.
Got Marsh.
Yes. Terry Alderman.
What about Graham McKenzie?
Oh, yeah.
Bowler from years gone by. He was one of the greatest.
Kim Hughes.
Wicket taker for WA. Joe Angel.
Joey Angel.
Who played
It's Joey.
Big Joe.
Yeah, Big Joey. Tom Moody. Great stats for WA.
Justin Lang. 100 test matches.
Got a stand named after him. He's got to be in there.
Daniel Martin was pretty classy too, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. Our own Brendan Julian. He'll be listening. He'll be there.
George
Around the
Bradley
mark.
Hogg. A couple of World Cup wins for Hoggy.
Red Hog.
Just about named everyone who's represented, haven't we?
We've narrowed it down to 40.
I wonder if any of the Marsh family will get in there. There's been
Marsh.
Sean, Mitch, and of course Jeff.
Trifecta, you think?
Bruce Laird. Bruce Yardley.
Negotiated. This is challenging stuff.
I don't really like the way he's sort of flinching and taking his head away from the ball there. Mitch, I'm not sure.
It's another slower ball, and maybe he didn't pick it up straight away out of the hand. Because he gets so much overspin on that slow ball, it just bounces a little bit more than you expect.
Well, and to that point, and you guys both mentioned, maybe that mid-wicket could come up closer to the pitch. Almost 2 short legs, or a short leg and a short backward. 2 balls left.
That's well watched. Another slow ball. Oh, no ball. You don't need that, do you?
Not as a
do
batter.
not need that. I'm happy you can have the...
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
Can I review that?
I don't want the no ball.
Again, 2 deliveries left. 2 legal deliveries. Mitch Marsh fighting hard. Two wickets have fallen here on day 4. And what's been quite an engrossing test match. It's fluctuated from 6th gear on day 1 back into almost reverse on day 2. It's more of a slow traditional day of Test cricket, but then it got moving again on the back of Jaiswal and Kohli and Bumrah and Siraj last night. Travis Head making a nice contribution for Australia. And survives no run, but no wicket, more importantly for Australia. India's captain, you might have thought it was going to come in a hurry when Usman Khawaja was dismissed so early in this session. Partnership of Smith and Head halted proceedings. Smith departed just 20 minutes before lunch, but unbroken partnership of 25 between Travis Head and Mitch Marsh. Go and reset and come out and do it all again in about 40 minutes.
Yeah, Travis Head played beautifully. He's not only occupied the crease, but he's kept the scoreboard ticking. 63 for him. Mitch Marsh, an uncomfortable little half an hour, but he survived. That's the main thing. And you feel like after lunch, the ball's a bit softer. Batting might be a bit easier for the Australians.
Started the day at 3 for 12. Nasty position to start from. 521 runs in arrears. 2 for 92 in the session. 25.4 overs. 2 men out, Usman Khawaja, Steve Smith. Overs old is the ball. The match summary. Big second innings of India. That's the one that really jumps out at you. That's given the platform to hunt a Test match victory, and they need 5 further wickets. More unlikely is Australia needing 430 more runs as we head to lunch on day 4 of the first Test here at Perth. All right, let's go and find out. Top 3 cricketers, the IPL discussions. It's all going to happen right now with Mark Howard on the big break.
Thanks, Gilly. Welcome along to the big break. The Aussies 5 for 104. Travis Head 63 not out now. It is Monday afternoon. The boss said do not waste your big guns on a Monday. As a result, Michael Vaughan and beside me. Just Monday. Just take it easy. Take it easy. Harvey Norman highlights, Vaughan. Take it away.
Yeah, another good session for India. The start was Virat Kohli giving a bit of a team time. Then it was Jasprit Bumrah, the skipper. Steve Smith walks out with Khawaja. The pull shot, he plays it so well, but the top edge. And Rishabh, the $5 million man, he was under it. A nice grab, the perfect start for India. Siraj with the breakthrough. Just see there, just a little bit of bounce does for Usman Khawaja. And straight away, Rishabh said, thank you very much. Really good start. Steve Smith tried to get going. Travis Head came out. That was his first ball. It kept low. The bounce was there. A bit more movement from Siraj. He's been excellent. Big shout. Siraj thought he had Travis Head. Richard Kepler said not out. Steve got one in the gut. Travis didn't give him too much of a chance at the other end in terms of where it hit him. And then Travis started to get going, Kerry.
Travis has played beautifully in eventually Steve Smith. They kept squaring him up. They kept squaring him up. They got a little too straight on occasions. Any width he punished. Head was on song, playing to his favoured area, square of the wicket, both sides. He can slap through cover. The odd one got big on the 2 batters, particularly the left-hander. In the end, Steve Smith got one, squared up again, feet frozen. Siraj had another one. Brilliant bit of bowling. The lead-up was outstanding. Pant held well to his right. Mitchell Marsh has come in. They're still together. Head's inventive when it's there. He's a danger to them. He played that innings against them in the World Test Championship final. Travis Head is the hope of the team.
Rishabh's looked nice and relaxed behind the stumps, hasn't he? Just saying, wonder why.
4.96 million. We will talk about the IPL auction. We'll talk about the best West Australian cricketers of all time, the best of the Test, and plenty more, including Shane Warne's new Monopoly set. Break here. Australia 5 for 104. You are watching the big break on your home at Cricket, Vaughanie.
It's Fox Cricket.
Vivo V40 series.
Jai's portrait so pro.
हमारे पैनल पे मौजूद ना कुछ गलत बताते हैं ना छुपाते हैं। इसीलिए बेशुमार बीमारियों का बेहतरीन इलाज। इसीलिए इंश्योरेंस जुबली लाइफ, सिर्फ जुबली लाइफ।
Given that everybody's talking this morning about Imran Khan's birthday, Cassie Mantelari, who's a fantastic production assistant, happy birthday, you know, to her all the time. And there I was sitting there, 75 red, and nobody said anything. A little belated, but I'll accept it.
Well, the cameras were aware it was your birthday, Skull. We have exclusive vision of you celebrating your birthday this morning.
no.
We like our Fox Cricket exclusive vision. This is Kerry celebrating. Still got it, Skull. You still got it, mate.
Is that where you go walking at 4:45 a.m, Kerry?
I tell you what, there's a birthday cake for you as well, Skull. So from everyone at Fox Cricket...
It looks hastily made, but I'll accept that.
There's no honeydew in there, but you are the most loved member of the Fox Cricket team, mate.
Appreciate that. Thank you, guys.
Pleasure to work with you. Tell us about your horse that you didn't tell us about, Gallant Star.
I love my horse.
Yes.
My mate and I from Dubbo bought it online as a 2-year-old colt. Here it is winning the barn dance by 5 lengths, could have won by 10. It had 2 unimpressive barrier trials. They put it online for sale. We got it, snapped it cheaply. We decided to geld it.
Oh.
I cancelled it the night before the operation. It pleaded with me. It wanted to go to Bachelor and Spinster balls. It wanted to go for Friday night drinks with fillies and mares. I said, don't be so selfish. Think of the money you're going to make me. So we cut its nuts out and it went like a jet. We won the barn dance and it wanted to come to the Ivy with us. And I said, no, what use would you be?
I was worried because I was watching the coverage, Kerry, and you're a man that can be turned to a dollar. Jason Richardson, who works for a different network, asked you a question, just trying to tempt you across, and I thought for the right money you'll get Kerry, but no, Kerry stood strong to Fox.
I think Bruce McAvaney believes that you look really good with a 7 Mike Cube in front of you. No.
Stick it up him, Kerry.
Oh, guys, get rid of it.
Fox cricket till I die.
Correct.
Which at 75 isn't far away. I wouldn't have signed me recently.
Especially not on a 2-year contract. Now, Australian top order, how are we looking? Travis Head's made runs today, but again, unfortunately, Marnus has missed out. Steve Smith hasn't got going. Usman hasn't got going. They've been so good for so long. Is the chatter worth it, or do we just say, listen, it's a bad couple of test matches, stick with them, we'll be fine?
Oh, there's definitely chat has to happen, but, you know, I'm a big believer when you pick a group of batters at the start of the series, you've got to give them at least 2 or 3 games. You know, Australia go 1-0 down here. The pink ball test for the likes of McSweeney, Marnus Labuschagne at number 3, Steve Smith at number 4. It's good to see Travis Head getting runs today. Mitchell Marsh is absolutely fine, and Kerry's probably the form player, but 2 or 3 of those players, they just need a score. They need to find their own confidence. I'll be interested to see what they're doing between the games, actually. I just wonder whether Marnus Labuschagne, it's worth them going to play some grade cricket at the weekend. Just go and get out there and hit a few balls. Rather than arriving at the Adelaide Test match, facing the pink ball, and you're seeing Jasprit Bumrah once again, is it worth him just going to go back to his roots and play a bit of grade cricket?
When you have a look at those numbers, Kerry, there's some collapses there. You are the ultimate student of the game. Your thoughts?
Well, you bat with your feet. I'm old school. And yesterday we saw Jaiswal, Rahul and Kohli bat with their feet. They use the crease back and forward. You look at the Australian dismissals, feet frozen around the crease line. The best user of the crease in the Australian squad is Josh Inglis, not in the team. Andrew McDonald says we've got the best 6 batters. Have we? On form with feet freezing, squaring up? No. Unless the footwork improves, the moment they get on surfaces with a little bit of give in them, they're vulnerable, and so it's come to pass. This is flattening out.
Yeah.
Travis Head's footwork's getting better and better. He's the hope of being 130 knot at stumps.
If you look at all the Indian players that play, where Jaiswal, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, what did they do well? They obviously judged the length very well, but they had the ability to play a forward defence. So when the ball was in the right zone, 4-stump line, full of length, they had the kind of foot movement and head movement just go, bop. You've got to be able to stop them. When you're facing quality, if you can't stop the good balls, you've got no chance of surviving. Now, just look at some of that top 6. How many of them play really good forward defence? And that's something that they're going to have to work on.
Time for the top 3, our new revolutionary segment. Roll the audio. Thank you, Wolfie.
Oh, we like this.
Today, top 3 cricketers who have played for Western Australia. Don't have to be born in Western Australia, that have represented Western Australia. We'll start with you, Kerry. Number 3, counting down to 1.
Brendan Julian?
No. A pretty boy, fake tan mediocrity.
Hello to Brendan.
Hello, Brendan. I know. No, he's much better than that. Just.
Number 3, Kerry.
Justin Langer.
Justin Langer.
Tough as teeth, a patriot, would die for the country. Played in 70 winning test matches for his country. That'll do me.
And a stand named after him here. So Justin Langer comes in as your 3rd best cricketer play for West Australia of all time.
Yeah.
Vorney.
I'm going back to the 80s when I was watching cricket, test match cricket on the BBC Two. Dickie Bird had been umpiring, and I used to see this chap get LBW, Graham Gooch, on a regular basis. There you go, a little nip backer to Gooch. His head used to fall over that massive tash. And I used to see Terry Alderman on a regular basis do this to all the England players. Kim Barnett on that occasion as judge. Robin Smith, little roller right in front. But yeah, I was brought up watching the Aussies dismantle England, really. And he always seemed to be at the heartbeat of it.
There's AB as well. 2 tours to England, twice 40 wickets. So we've got Langer and Alden. Now we come to your number 2 best cricketer you've seen play for West Australian, Kerry.
Adam Gilchrist. I know he is.
Born in New South Wales.
He played for West Australia.
The criteria is he played for New South Wales. He was born in New South, played a lot of cricket for WA. Played in 73 winning tests. Sent wicket keepers who couldn't bat to snooker and lawn bowls.
So Gilly's in at number 2 for you. Vorney?
One of the nicest guys in cricket.
Yes.
My number 2 is DK Lilly.
Right.
That partnership with Jeff Thompson was one of the most formidable that the World Game's ever seen. He was cool, he had the collars up, he bowled rapid, had great celebrations. He got into a bit of a ding-dong with Javid, but he was a wonderful bowler. Again, just look at the chain, look at the chest, look at the action, completely pure.
You could grow corn on that chest hair.
And anyone that bowls Viv Richards, he's in the top 3.
At the MCG. So we've got Langer, Alderman, Gilchrist, Lilly, now the number 1 cricketer you have seen play for West Australia, Skull.
Dennis Lilly.
Dennis Lilly.
355 test wickets, 60-odd during Kerry Packer's World Series cricket. the best strike rate of any fast bowler in Test cricket to ever played. Only Murali, as a spinner, took them at a quicker rate than Dennis Lilly. Some had his outswinger, others had his off-cutter, none had his heart.
Great summation. That leaves us to you, Vaughan.
Well, honourable mention to Mr. Cricket, Mike Hussey. He was very close, but didn't quite get the rewards. Adam Gilchrist.
Gilly.
He's the best wicket-keeper batter to play the game, in my view. He's one of our own. Saw him, he dismantled Monty. Monty's not been the same since, being hit onto the trots on many occasions. Dealt with the big Steve in 2006-07. Yeah, the greatest that's ever played the game, in my view. Just a wonderful player, brilliant keeper. Loves his tequila, likes his tequila, which is always a good sign.
That shouldn't be a criteria.
It's a criteria for me. If you like tequila, you're number one.
There you go. So Gilly is listed as the number one. DK for Kerry, the top three West Australian cricketers, those that have played for West Australia. There was a little auction last night. I'm not sure if you're aware. I started watching and couldn't turn it off. I found it absolutely fascinating. The top price at just under 5 million Australian dollars. Rishabh Pant.
And so the player will remain with the Lucknow Super Giants at 27 crore. We have Rishabh Pant going to the Lucknow Super Giants. Well done. Rishabh Pant becomes the most expensive player sold in the IPL thus far.
I love it. I can't get enough of it. We can have a look at some of the names that went, Kerry, some of the superstars of the global game. The figures were extraordinary.
Yeah.
Here we go. Auction results. Rishabh Pant, Shreyas Iyer, with Ricky Ponting at Punjab, just under 4.9. Venkatesh Iyer, so 5 Indians. I like Chahal, the wrist spinner. Yeah. Joss Butler in there, KL Rahul. Trent Bolt, 2.9. And Joffrey, your man.
Yeah, Joffrey in there with 2.29 million. There was a talk about Joffrey not being allowed to enter the auction, but I think he said to Robert Key, excuse me, I want a few quid. So, yeah, good auction, always great entertainment. I like the stands full of about 20 people celebrating someone spending $5 million. It's quite cool.
We have, this is actually exclusive vision. This is Joss Butler when he realised what's happening at the auction. So this is actually Joss. So it might look like he's watching the cricket, but we think he's watching the auction. So that is actually Joss Butler. So there's the auction on the side. He's watching the auction. He's just seen his price come up here. He gets very excited, Joss. We probably had to cut that off at the right time. That was Joss Butler.
What was he watching before the cricket?
Kerry, we're a lunchtime show. How many times have I told you over the years? The Aussies. Some good bids too. Mitchell Starc took a 50% pay rise and still got paid $2.15 million. So it's about the quicks. Marcus Stoinis, that innings the other day in Hobart would have helped him. Jake Fraser McGurk at $1.65 million. This is the one that fascinates me, Vaughn.